Big John, Big John.
Well, good Thursday morning, everybody. There, it just kicked off. Hope everybody's well today. What is it? That's about 9:45. I had to go up to the Andersons and sunlight and do some stuff with my crop plan with my advisor up there, and I got a message from one of the other lieutenants on the fire department that we had dirt in the air lines up here. So I came up here and drained the air compressor. They had it all shut down. We've only got one truck that relies on air. See, actually you can hear, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Well, it's G1. Hang on, let me get over here. You guys hear that noise? That is, I know in one of my other talked about this. That is the automatic battery charger and air pressure maintainer on this truck. It has air brakes. It has air brakes, but it does not rely on a shoreline of air. It has that pump that maintains air pressure off the batteries. I talked about that in one of my other videos. But anyway, you plug it in. We plug it in to a shoreline, which is just 110 volts right here. And that charges all the electronics that we have in the truck. And then, like I said, it also runs this battery tender, charger, and air pressure maintainer to keep the air tanks full. This truck behind me, G4, it has air brakes also, 95 Freightliner, and it has the same deal in it. But we'll come over here to G3. Pretty new one with, look at them rims. Boy, that makes this truck look nice. But anyway, this old girl still relies on a airline and shoreline. The shoreline is to charge portable batteries, portable flashlights and stuff like that, and the air is to maintain the brake pressure. So that's the only truck. This old girl's the only truck that relies on the station air compressor. But anyway, one of the lieutenants was up here, and I don't know what he was doing, using some air, and there was dirt coming through the airlines. So he sent me a message, and so I come up and looked at it, and I drained the tank. See, there's quite a bit of slop under here. There was quite a bit of water in it. I don't know, it's hard to tell when it's coming out a little spigot like that on the bottom, but there was quite a bit of water. I took the fitting off the end of the plug on 3 because that's an oddball plug, so you can't just plug any. That line hanging there is the only air line that goes into that truck, that will plug into that truck, and that is regulated air. I think it's regulated at about 90 psi, so we don't overload that air system because our compressor is 175 psi, and she just shut off, so she's up to full pressure now. So I took the fitting off the end of that line and turned the air on to it, which he had turned off, and so the air would flow out of it. And I didn't get anything out of that line dirt wise, so that's good. But I did come up the line by the workbench right here, and I plugged in a fitting there, an open fitting, and did get quite a bit of rust and debris coming out of it. And then down here at the compressor itself, I opened this port with a fitting in it to free flow, and I did get some stuff out of there, and this one here I did get some stuff out of. This line here with this valve is the one that goes down to the workbench. This valve here goes up to the truck, And then we have this reel here. So I put fittings. I got some debris out of this one and this one. I took this cartridge, this water separator apart. It had a little bit of stuff in the bottom of it, but nothing major. No moisture. The moisture was all in the bottom of the tank. Like I said, I drained that out. So, well, let me grab that fitting again. Now that we're up to full song, I want to run a little bit through that air hose. What I'm using is this. It's just a straight through with a valve, and what we do is we use this to, well, I'll show you. Winter months, this hose reel can freeze because it's exposed and we don't use it much. So we'll put this fitting on, take the nozzle off, put this fitting on there, and then we'll blow air through that, open the valve up on the control panel up there, and we'll purge all the water back out of that line. And one of the other trucks that we don't have anymore, it had a hose reel on it too. Well, the old grass fighter that we replaced had a hose reel. Our 1980 Pierce had a hose reel in the back of that, so we used that on that one too. But it's a straight through with a valve, so I figured that'd be a good thing to use because it doesn't have anything to get debris like a blow nozzle has passageways to it. Let me find a place to set you guys down here. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Okay, there we go. It might get a little loud. I'm gonna plug this in and open her up and see if I can feel anything coming out of it. Oh, you guys all right? I just sitting on the compressor. Maybe that wasn't the best place to have you sitting because it started up. Anyway, I didn't feel anything coming out of there, so I think we're good. So, I don't know. I put this fitting in, like I said, that nozzle got some out, and I put it in that fitting and got some out, but not anymore. So, I think we're good. So we'll put this back away, and I gotta get up here and service all these trucks too. It's time. I got all the filters and the oil for them. Seems like I've been cutting wood every weekend, so I ain't had time, but maybe I'll start coming up here in the mornings after work and doing one truck at a time. That's probably what I'll do. I need to have them done by the end of the month, so. Anyway, I gotta make a couple phone calls and tell the chief that the air compressor situation is fixed, and the lieutenant that told me about it. The door was halfway up. The door wasn't closed all the way. Now it is. You can see air underneath of it. Anyway, just checking in. The compressor just shut off again. Okay, cool. Peace and quiet. All right, well, that's been my morning so far. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, well, back at the fire station. I guess I should have let Miss Tammy know that I was coming up here. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, but she's got a fax up here that she needs to pick up, hopefully. Is it there?
Yep.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
All good?
I need to change that.
Okay, so I think we're gonna go get some lunch while we're in town here. I talked to Jeff Herman, told him that I had the issues with the air compressor fixed, so that's all good. He explained to me what happened to him. I told him what was going on, so it's all good. We'll catch up with you in a little bit.